All right, good morning. I'm gonna give you an update on my daughter's transmission on her BMW, the 2006 530i. You remember on October the 19th, I did a video about a transmission. It was getting that transmission error, and I tried everything. I went on YouTube and tried all these different things, how to push the gas and get off of. But if you look there to the top, I have a drop down of that video I did, so I won't waste your time. But you know me, I'm gonna go check to 5 or 6 different mechanics before I come up with the conclusion that the BMW or that the transmission needs to be replaced. I went to AutoZone and they ran codes for me. As you can see the codes right here, this is what I got. So it says something with the transmission and control solenoid. And that control solenoid in the BMW, it's in the transmission. Then I went to Christian Brothers. That's a ripoff. I knew I shouldn't have went there anyway, but they ran some different codes and it cost like $140 just to get to run the code or just to plug it in and to tell you in 5 minutes that it's the transmission, and they want to charge $4,500 to rebuild the transmission in that 2006 BMW. Then I went to another mechanic, and they did also a diagnostics, and they come up with some similar code, but one guy told me it was just the solenoid, which is inside the transmission. So he was going to have to take the transmission loose. He can change that, but if it doesn't fix it, you still have to rebuild the transmission. But to make a long story short, I did get the transmission rebuilt, and that problem with the when it was not going into gear, I couldn't get the shifter to move out of park. That was because of that solenoid also. So I don't know if it was just the solenoid or the transmission, but everybody kept telling me the transmission. I got 5 or 6 different quotes. So I ended up getting it fixed. It cost me $3,500 to get a transmission rebuilt in a BMW. And it was hard to find somebody to even work on it. And it works fine now, but I did have to come up with $3,500 to get that transmission rebuilt, or I could have just sold the car for $1,500. But it was a good car, so I went on and got it rebuilt. But the cost of going to all these different places, getting it diagnosed to these 3 or 4 different mechanics, so the total of everything was about $4,000. So, like I said, you can try to do this yourself, or from my experience, I did try all those little techniques. Like I said, you can look in the top up here in that drop down of that previous video I made and try those things before you go and get the transmission rebuilt. See, it's going to cost you some money. It's not cheap. Best thing to do is not get a BMW. I mean, my daughter finally, she went and got her a Mercedes now. So she let this BMW, she just gave it to me. She said, "Daddy, you can have it." So I did pay the $3,500 or the $4,000 to get it fixed. All right, that's the cheapest I can find. So if this video helps, subscribe to my channel. And thank you and have a great day.